Welcome to Education, Leadership, and Beyond, Surviving and Thriving. My name is Andrew Murata, host of the program, and it is show number 187. Happy to be with you. Happy to be live here on Facebook and a proud member of the Education Podcast Network, as well as Voice Ed Radio Canada. Check out those podcasts there. Check out the programming there. A lot of good stuff going on both of those, and I'm proud to be part of it. So happy Thursday Eve, and I hope all are well. Show number 187, and my guest was not able to join me today. We were going to meet Sam Tomatz from Colorado today, and I met Sam this summer when I was out there at the Colorado Administrators Association conference, and he was a young man. He was the photographer, the videographer, and we connected, and so anyway, he's not able to join us today, and we'll get him rescheduled, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to come on and have the program and certainly keep rolling. So we're going to shift gears a little bit and do a couple different things. I do want to thank today's sponsor, right? You don't know what to get someone for Christmas. You're going to a party. You want to send a gift to somebody. Halvesies cookies. Amazing. David Maffei and his wife, small business. Use that discount code Murata15. They're incredible cookies. They're vacuum sealed when they ship them. They get there. They're incredible. So please check them out and use that discount code Murata15, and it's halvesiescookiecompany.com. Check them out. All right. Use that code Murata15. So again, my guest's not here. I wanted to talk about a few different things, and then I'm going to read a story. Right. I talked many times about the power of storytelling. So I have a kind of a nice story to kind of end the year a little bit. So number one, very excited. I just submitted my third book, Tales from the Hardwood. They're leadership lessons from my time on the court. And there's 101 of them. And there's a lot of stories, a lot of activities in there. I'm excited about it. I hope it's out in the spring. It'd be nice if it was out right at the end of the Final Four. But I used to referee Division I basketball. I've stepped away now. This is my third season. So that book is coming out, Tales from the Hardwood. The other two books are on Audible. I know that's a big thing, a big spot where people consume books is Audible. So check them out. The Principle, Surviving and Thriving, as well as The Partnership, Surviving and Thriving. So check those out on Audible. All right. A couple of things here as we get towards the new year, just things that you can do. Right, we're coming into the new year, right? 2022, and what are some things that you can do taking care of yourself? Right, focusing on your wellness. Obviously, your diet, right? What you're eating and what you're doing there. Your movements. I love this concept I learned from Dr. Rob Gilbert, right? Your actions change your attitudes, your movements change your moods, and your motions change your emotions. I'll say it again. Your actions change your attitude, your motions change your emotions, and your movements change your moods. It's a hard time right now, and getting moving, getting up and active, it does a lot of good things for you, and we know that, right? So I may or may not, under this shirt and tie, have my sneakers and sweatpants on, and I'm going to take this shirt off and go exercise right afterwards because I know how good it is, and I need to keep moving. I need to keep exercising and doing all that good stuff. So that's the second one. And three, where is your decompression time? Where is that quiet time of reflection? Where is the time where you can just be quiet and think? People meditate, people do yoga. Where are those times in your life? We're busy leaders, we're busy administrators, we're busy parents, and it's a busy time, the holiday time. Take that time and, find the quiet, okay? So again, your diet, your emotions, and making that quiet time are three things I strongly would recommend to you. So lastly, I want to tell a story, okay? And A lot of my stories I do get from my friend here, Dan Spanauer, in his book, Leading Narratives. I've talked about this a few times on the program. Great resource, right? You're an administrator, Leading Narratives, great stories in here, and a lot that I use with kids and with teachers and in my role as an educator. You could use that discount code Murata20 at the Coaching and Leadership Journal, the Leadership Publishing Team, excuse me. And Dan has a number of things there. The Leadership Publishing Team, Murata20 is that discount code. But I want to read a story called The Fisherman and the Businessman. If you're watching this on replay, if you're listening on iTunes, right, here's a story that'll make you think here in the new year, okay? So here we go. It's called The Fisherman and the Businessman. A stressed out American businessman's doctor strongly suggested he take a vacation. Heeding his doctor's advice, he decided to go far away and went to a small coastal village in Portugal. Unable to sleep after an urgent phone call from his office the first morning, he walked out on the pier to clear his head. A small boat with just one fisherman had docked. Inside the boat were several large fin tuna. The American complimented the fisherman and the quality of the fish. "How long did it take you to catch them?" said the American. "Only a little while." The fisherman replied in surprisingly good English. "Why don't you stay out a little longer and catch more fish?" The American asked. "I have enough to support my family and give to my friends," the fisherman said, and unloaded them into the basket. "But what do you do with the rest of your time?" The Portuguese man looked up and smiled. "I sleep late, fish a little, play with my children, take a siesta with my wife, and stroll into the village each evening where I sip wine and play guitar with friends. I have a full and busy life." The American laughed and stood tall. "Sir, I have an MBA from Harvard, and I can help you. You should spend more time fishing, and with the proceeds, buy a bigger boat. In no time, you could buy several boats with an increasing haul. Eventually, you'd have a fleet of fishing boats." He continued, "Instead of selling your catch to the middleman, you would sell directly to the consumers, eventually opening your own cannery. You would control the product, processing, and the distribution. You could leave the small fishing village, of course, and move to a bigger city. And then I could get to you to Los Angeles and eventually to New York City. Once there, you could run your expanded enterprise with proper management." The fisherman asked, "But sir, how long will this take?" To which the American replied, 15 to 20 years, 25 tops. "But what then, sir?" The American laughed and said, "The best part is, when the time is right, you would announce an IPO and sell your company to the public to become very rich. You would make millions." "Millions? Then what?" "Well, then you would retire and move to a small coastal fishing village where you would sleep late, fish a little, visit with your kids, take a siesta with your wife, and stroll into the village in the evening where you could sip wine and play guitar with your friends." What can we learn from this story? For instance, the time is now. Enjoy your work. Instead of working a job that you hate and during a stressful life, you might find for 20 years. The time now is to start. So I'm not going to read the rest. The rest is kind of my take on the story, right? But think about that. You would move to a small coastal fishing village where you would sleep late, fish a little, visit with your kids, take a siesta with your wife, and stroll into the village in the evenings where you could sip wine and play guitar with your friends. Sounds like a good time to me. So that is going to be all on this episode. It's a shortened episode, and I hope to have my guest back on at another time. So I'm going to sign off here on Education, Leadership, and Beyond, and we'll have Sam on at another time. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope you think about those wellness activities I shared with you here today. If I can help you out with anything, don't hesitate to reach out at Andrew Murata21 on Twitter. And keep rolling, friends. Keep doing the best you can through this hard time. Signing off here on Education, Leadership, and Beyond. Thanks for tuning in.